Doctor Strange is like pinned to the wall.
Yeah.
All the bricks are like moving everywhere. It took me forever. I put so many bricks. They send that shot back and they're like, no, this is going to kill him. Like, he can't breathe. This is not right. So I had to like take off like bricks here.
Pull back on the bricks. Pull back on the bricks.
Pretty funny. Yeah.
On this week's episode, I'm so excited for you to meet this guest because we are both Disney fanatics. He's my very good friend. He's a Previs artist and Imagineer, Luis Vega. We talk about everything from the superstars of Disney animation in the 90s to our favorite Disney rides and what it was like working on the Dogman movie together. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into it. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
And I love your shirt.
Thank you.
It's a Donald Duck kind of day.
It's either Donald or Mickey.
That's true.
Like I said, it's pulling anything out of my closet, it has a Mickey on. So
That's true. Yeah, me too.
trying to demystify my wardrobe a little bit.
Right.
It's hard.
Well, I guess let's start with, so what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm an animator, but I mostly focus on Previs.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you get to animate the entire movie before it gets shot, or it goes into the animators to animate, depending on which project you're working on. It's a link between storyboard artist and actual production. And I think it's a very influential part of the process, where the directors get to see what their stories could potentially be and change it.
Yeah, totally.
And a Previs artist, you get to play with cameras, blocking, staging. I like it a lot because you get to, influence a little bit more than other aspects of production.
Totally, 100%. That's I too am a Previs artist.
Yeah,
that's
where we met.
That's where we met. We met working on Dogman
at
DreamWorks Animation.
That was my first time in feature film, feature animation film.
Right.
I think that's when I realized really how influential the Previs aspect is. More so than in live action. In live action, there's a lot of people contributing to a product, but at the end of the day, it's the storyboard artist or the director's vision.
Yeah, literally with the directors.
With the directors,
you actually get to sit in meetings and get to know the directors as people.
Directors and producers.
A little more than visual effects. Did you ever get that experience in visual effects?
I did a little bit, but I think it was a little rare. It was during Jungle Cruise.
Oh.
That we were sent to an office outside of the Disney studio, and the director had his office there.
Oh, okay.
So we did get a little bit of exposure, but it was usually just the previous supervisor who would go into dailies or meetings and stuff like that.
That's
and then
usually...
you get to relay the notes. Whereas here, you're like seeing how they process the information that they just saw, seeing like the changes real time, and asking you, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know. I like it because I made the shot. But, you get that influence in the movies. Like, I think this works this way because the next shot is this. And the director's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I do like the influence and the interaction more.
So you came from visual effects before you did some feature animation.
Well, I graduated from school as a traditional animator.
Right.
But it was at a time when Prince and the Frog had just come out and they were just working on Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Then suddenly 2D animation was like gone. Sad. And then so I ended up working on compositing for commercials. So I did like a couple years in commercials and just doing visual campaigns and lower thirds and all that stuff. And I just decided not to anymore. I was like, I'm tired with commercials. They're brutal.
It's a lot
and really tight deadlines, and the budgets are small. So then I switched to Previs, and I applied for a job at the third floor, and was post-vis, which at the time I had no idea what it was.
Right.
And so that was my first interaction with with filmmaking. Yeah, I had no idea what it was. And it's literally compositing. But they call it post-vis. So that was my first intro to filmmaking.
Oh,
and from there I evolved into Previs, which is really what I wanted to do, which is
Yeah.
animation.
Having worked with you, you're an amazing animator.
Thank
So it feels like that would be something that you're practicing every single day. You know?
Well, I do 2D animation on the side. Like that became my hobby. So when people ask me, like,
Wow.
what's your hobby? I'm like, animating, but doing it in traditional way. So I use TV Paint, and it's just like drawing and
That's
scrubbing.
so cool.
Yeah, I love traditional animation.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. There's something about the hand, on a paper.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on paper, like your drawing table, or if you're doing it traditional, at least you're like doing there.
There's more magic.
Yeah.
It feels like the magic of paper
Yeah.
moving, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that a character comes to life is just it's so mind-boggling to
Yeah.
witness it. You know.
And the struggles, because you're literally fighting perspective, proportions.
Yeah.
Values of your lines and all that stuff. So it's
Right.
like, I don't know, there's a lot of things going on, and like I see your time charts there on your drawing, like figuring timings and like retiming. In CG you can just move the pose
Right.
back and forth, but here if you have to retime, and you may have to like get rid of, I don't know, tens of drawings.
Yeah,
to be, like,
right. Get
discarding.
rid of a bunch of drawings, add drawings.
And it's painful. Just like,
yeah.
Okay. So, but that's what I like. I like tedious work. Surprisingly, I like tedious work, but I don't like rotoing. Rotoing or
Rotoing is
3D
hard.
tracking,
Yeah.
going one frame at a time, and like separating the character or whatever it is.
Yeah, from
You're
the
separating
background.
from the background,
or-
yeah. That is tedious.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But I do like animation, like doing keyframes and in between. Sorry.
Was there a film that was the thing that made you want to go into 2D animation? Did you watch one and go, I want to do that?
Oh, all the Renaissance, the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah,
Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorites.
me too.
Beauty and the Beast and Hercules, I think those are like...
Me too.
Hercules I just love, but Beauty and the Beast, yeah, the story's great and the animation's great. But that movie, the team of animators that they had was just perfection.
Yeah, Glenn Keane did The Beast, and James
Glenn
Baxter
Keane did the
did
Beast.
Belle.
So who was in it?
Andres Deja
Andres
did,
Deja did
Gaston.
And James Baxter
Yeah.
did the ballroom scene.
That scene is amazing.
Yeah.
Still, to this day, you watch it, you go, how did they pull this off?
I know. It's
like-
amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And like the dress moving around,
Yeah.
camera orbiting.
And it's just them hand animating to try to like track with the camera because it's a 3D camera and they're just counter animating
Yeah.
so that it looks like Belle and Beast are standing on the ground and rotating in 3-dimensional space. But that's just them knowing perspective so well.
Yeah. Will Finn doing Cogsworth.
Oh my, yes.
Like, he's such a brilliant character too.
He
I
is
don't know.
so funny. I love Cogsworth so much.
So yeah, I would just have my VHS putting on. The movie ended and rewind it.
Yep.
Play it again. And then rewind it again.
Oh, me too.
All my VHSs are like so worn out.
Right. They all have smoke coming out of them. And we're definitely aging ourselves.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Specifically,
yeah.
we wore out that VHS tape.
Yeah, that's the one thing that DVDs did better, the frame by framing. Oh, I remember from my thesis, which is a 2D film, just going through Aladdin. Because
Yeah.
at the time, Eric Goldberg, he's the one who's not on Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, just going through the genie animation frame by frame and seeing like, what is the timing on this transition? Like,
Yeah.
how does he, walk? How does the genie walk here? Like going frame by frame.
How does he spin? How does he
does-
pull his head
yeah,
off?
it's
How does
like-
he do it?
How do they change from like the genie to Pinocchio?
I know.
I'm like,
Or
how did
any
you do
of the
that?
faces.
Yeah.
All the impressions that Robin
Jack
Williams
Nicholson.
did. Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
all
good.
those movies are like, so I love them.
Yeah.
All the way to Tarzan and Treasure Planet. I'm like, it's just mind-boggling.
There is just something very, very special about 2D animation.
Yeah.
And, it's cool to see it coming back in
A little bit,
movies, like at least stylistically,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
maybe some characters have it.
I was so excited when Klaus came out.
Oh,
I
me
was like,
too.
oh.
That movie's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a good story,
It's a
too.
good story.
which-
It's just beautiful. All 2D.
Yeah.
The characters, at least, are 2D. But also, I don't know if you ever went to the Disney Studios in Florida,
Yes.
the MGM. They
Yes.
had the animation tour. And I went there in the 90s. 90. Well, wow. You can blur that, right? And there was a tour,
Yep.
and you would see the animators like just working. kind of weird if you think about it, like
Yeah.
having people seeing what you're doing
Through glass.
through glass.
They
Yeah,
called
but
it the fishbowl.
yeah, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. It opened my eyes, and I remember telling my mom I wanted to be an animator. And in Mexico, an animator is like someone who animates people in the beach. You know, like you're in the pool, and there's this guy like, hey, let's do the dance around the pool. That's an animator.
Interesting.
I would tell my teachers like, hey, I want to be an animator, and they were like for what resort? Like what do you want to do? Why? It's kind of like the guy that brings the shots, tequila shots, and like
Right.
Cancun, and it's like, come on, ladies, let's do this. And so everyone would be like, why would you want to do that? I'm like, no, not that animator. I had to explain what it was.
It's basically the same job.
But
you bring shots.
You
now.
bring shots, yeah. You make people laugh.
That's where I discovered I wanted to be
An
animator too. Was at Disney MGM Studios
But
on the tour.
What was it for you? Like, was it like seeing people making faces or like flipping paper? Or...
It was just understanding that the movies that I was watching, that's how it was being made. Seeing it being made. I remember them drawing. I don't know if they were actually working on it at the time or not, but somebody was drawing Tarzan down there, and I was just like mesmerized by what I was seeing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah. To me, the thing that blows my mind about 2D, well, I mean animation in general, but 2D is that you're creating these worlds in a piece of paper. Like you literally don't have to leave your desk to create just these wonderful worlds. When I was in school, I did my thesis, and I would stay up. Like I had class up until like 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came home and was just animating
all night
until like 4 a.m. And then class back at 7 a.m. But I guess I was young and energetic. I loved it. It was the best. Just working during the night and flipping papers. Okay. And then shooting it.
It's a special time too, just when you're learning.
You're learning and you're experimenting.
Like,
and you're like, oh, maybe I can change this frame, like expose this frame for 4 more frames, or make it in 2s and 1s.
Disney animation was definitely a big influence on you. Mm-hmm. And as you got older, I was wondering, so you ended up working on a lot of Marvel films.
I did, yeah.
Was Marvel something important in your life leading up to that?
The characters, I knew the characters, obviously, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My brother was big into Spider-Man. This was one of his all-time favorites. But I was just never into them that much.
Mm-hmm.
When I started the previous aspect of my career, I was on Jungle Cruise for 2 weeks. Not Jungle Cruise, sorry. Jumanji.
Oh,
the one with
the first one with The Rock.
And it was just for 2 weeks. And I was barely grasping Postvis. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, they were like, oh, you're going to the Marvel wing, the 3rd floor. It's like this section that it's blocked off. Like not everyone in the studio can go in. So I was like, oh, okay, let's see what it is. And it ended up being Endgame. And I was like, oh my God. So by that time, Iron Man had come out.
Right.
Captain America, Thor, all those movies. And I started liking them. Like Iron Man was just, when it came out, I was just crazy mind-boggling. Like, wow, how did they do that?
I know. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, and it's 2010, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. But yeah, that movie, it was just perfect. And so I started, appreciating them even more.
Mm-hmm.
But really became more of a fan when I started working on them and having to learn all the characters. And there's so many characters.
So many characters.
Like even the Thanos's goons, I forget their names, but Proxima Midnight, I think is one of them.
Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw, yeah. Like those took forever for me to learn because they all looked similar. So I was like, oh, is this her? Is this him? But yeah, so after that, after the intensity that I was working on Endgame, I just came out with a different view of Marvel movies. And yeah, most of the movies that I have worked on have been Marvel.
Yeah, it's so funny to get thrown into that universe because it really is like out of the frying pan into the fire. Like you're like, wow, there's so much I need to know. Yeah, so many characters that and even if you're a fan and you've followed the films, it's like just knowing the like little nuances of each of the characters. Like, oh, would that character do that thing?
Right.
And
they're so different. I mean, they're similar in the sense that they're superheroes and they have superpowers,
Right.
but they all move different. They all have different abilities that you kind of like have to learn as you go. And the pace of work, the pace of those projects were going, it was fast. Like you have to be on your A game all the time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, now next shot, how does this work? Captain America, how does he throw the shield? Or you know, I don't know, Thor, how does he takes off? How does he do that? So it was fun. And there's a lot of like there's so many movies with these characters that in a way there's a lot of reference for you to see. So you have to catch up. You have to make sure that, you know, you're doing the right thing with on your shot, with your character.
When you were working on Endgame, were there any shots that were your favorites to do?
There were a few on the subway. I think it's Budapest. And it's Black Widow with Proxima Midnight.
Oh, yeah.
And then Captain just shows up with the train passing by.
Yes.
So I had to do a few of those. And it was really fun because it was just blowing up all the time. It was just like, hey, there's a map for the subway. Blow it up. It was just really, really fun.
Because they were like throwing all their weapons and
they
things.
Were throwing things.
Yeah.
And I think at some point, somebody's throwing some like missiles or something. And Black Widow is just like, you know, like with a bat and a baseball, just like,
right.
So things are exploding in the background. Things are exploding over there. And there's a part where I had to stitch a few plates of different takes. A plate is, you know, what you shot, and then there's different takes.
Right, yeah, so
it's
the background.
So I had to stitch Black Widow from one, Proxima Midnight from another one, and the background I had to have a clean plate. So like at some point, like Black Widow is like slipping back and forth, but you don't notice because you put an explosion in the front. It's like, oh, it's fine. Camera shake, it'll fix it.
You're looking at the explosion.
Yeah,
not
don't pay attention in the background.
Like
this. So those. I don't know, Iron Man.
Oh, you got to do an Iron Man shot.
Yeah, it was so much fun with the Hulkbuster.
Oh,
yeah, it was really cool in Wakanda.
You did the Wakanda fight sequence?
I did the Wakanda fight. Yeah. There was another one that...
that was on Infinity War or Endgame?
That was... Well, both movies were going at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that is Infinity War?
Infinity War, yeah. So you worked on both of them just as like one big project.
Yeah. It's just like they shot them at the same time. Post-vis, I believe, was a little delay for the second one.
Yeah.
But they both overlap at some point. So I ended up working on both with Ant-Man and the Wasp in the middle.
Oh.
So I went to Endgame, then Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then the second one?
The other way. Infinity War.
Infinity Wars? Then
it's a lot of names.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Infinity War,
infinities.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And then
Endgame.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Hulkbuster, I was seeing him like just running. And I always wanted to work with him because, you know, he's such a iconic robot.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun.
This massive
and it's
robot.
actually Mark Ruffalo who's driving the Hulkbuster. So it was pretty fun. I had a good time doing that. What else? Oh my god, there's so many little shots that I worked on with Spider-Man. Oh my god, Spider-Man. Yeah, he's in Central Park, or I don't know Central Park, but it's just a park. And Iron Man shows up too, and they're like fighting this guy.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. It was just really fun.
The big guy.
Yeah, I think it's almost at the beginning of the movie when he gets the spider senses tingling in the bus, and then he goes into this scene, and it was just fun. I mean, Spider-Man it's probably the most fun because he's the most athletic in a way that he moves very fluid, very I don't know, freely, very dance-like choreography type of thing.
Yeah.
So he's a really fun character to animate.
It's funny that you say that because I remember watching those sequences because I was working on the movie also, but I was in Atlanta.
Oh, right. That's right. And you were in Atlanta. I was here. Yeah.
You were working on it in Los Angeles. And we were doing different sequences of the same movie. So the sequences we were doing was right after that, where Iron Man is Hulk and Strange are all. It's not Hulk. It's Bruce Banner who can't turn into the Hulk, and he keeps hitting himself. And
Yeah.
And their Earth is closed today.
Yeah. There's another scene there where it's Iron Man, and I believe it's Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And Cappy, his cape. I think it's Capey.
Is that what we called it? Maybe Capey.
That's what they used to call it at the studio. I don't know. But he's going around and chasing. Anyways, the bad guy pins him on a building.
Yeah.
And all these bricks come out of the wall.
Yes.
And start putting him on the wall. I had to do that shot so many times because I couldn't get a proper track. So while Doctor Strange is pinned to the wall, all the bricks are moving everywhere. It took me forever to the point where I got it to actually be a decent track, and so I was able to stick bricks everywhere. But I put so many bricks that they send that shot back, and they're like, "No, this is gonna kill him. He can't breathe. This is not right." So I had to take off bricks here.
Pull back on the bricks. Pull back on the bricks.
Funny. Yeah. Oh man, good times.
Yeah, that was a fun movie to work on.
Yeah, all Marvel movies are fun to work on. They're intense, but they're fun.
Yeah, it's like when you have your toys as a kid and you're like, this character does this thing and this character does this thing. What if I have them fight each other?
Yeah. But there's actually explosion here.
Right. Yeah. Very expensive explosion here.
So those are really fun movies to work on.
Yeah. During the rest of your time in Previs, did you work on some other stuff other than Marvel?
Yes. So at Third Floor, I was mostly at Marvel movies, but I did do the Tomorrow War.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did work on Mary Poppins. That one was a dream come true, to be honest, because I was at Duncan Studio working with Ken Duncan, and it was finals. Well, it was a little bit of Previs, but mostly animating finals. So my sequence is when they're dancing on the stage and Lin-Manuel is throwing all the books.
Right.
They're making
cover
a ladder.
Is not the book, so open it up. And
And so
it's a great song.
He's throwing the books and they're forming a ladder and all the penguins are going in. So I got to animate the books and doing all that section. So that was really fun. I mean, it was also working at Duncan Studios. So it's being next to Duncan.
And Ken Duncan was the animator on Meg from Hercules.
Yeah. And he worked on Treasure Planet too. Well, he did the captain
of Silver
of the ship.
Yeah.
So it was pretty fun. Jane, he did Jane.
In Tarzan. Wow.
Yeah. Seeing him at work.
And you're working with him.
Yeah, working with him.
Yeah.
I don't get stars. Not like I see stars all the time, but the times that I've seen Lindsay Lohan once and Jamie Foxx. Not Jamie Foxx. Michael J. Fox. But it's whatever. They're there. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah. But if I see an animator, I totally lose my cool. I lose it. It's crazy. One time I was walking by the Disney studio. It was almost Christmas, so the studio was empty.
Yeah.
And I wasn't working at Disney at the time, so we couldn't get in. But I was with my parents, and we're walking, and we see Mark Hen coming out of the studio. And I'm like, Mom, that's Mark Hen. And she was like, who's he?
Who's Mark Hen?
I was like, what? Yeah. What is he? I'm like, he's an animator. He did this. It's like, oh, just go say hi. I'm like, no, of course not. And she doesn't speak English, my mom. So she couldn't actually go and say something. But she was pushing me go talk to him. I'm like, no. Then he was crossing the street to go into the main lot. So the light turns on and he goes away. And I was like, oh, well, there goes my chance to say hi. Yeah. But yeah, if I see an animator, I lose it.
And Mark Hen is he's animated every single
any
princess you can imagine.
Yeah.
He did.
So yeah, what we're talking about Marvel movies,
which somehow always comes back to Disney movies. No, we're talking about Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh yeah, Mary Poppins. So I did Jungle Cruise.
I
did that one.
A lot of Disney, all Disney still, even seriously. In visual effects. Disney.
Enchanted, what's the second one?
Disenchanted.
Yes. Yeah, Disenchanted. I got to work on that one. That was actually really funny because it was Previs, but the director is a choreographer. So his background is choreography.
Uh-huh.
And I had the sequence with brooms dancing, like cleaning the house. And, it's Previs, so it has to be rough. It has to be, quick and ready to go, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow this sequence had to be to the timing. It had to be to the beat of the song and everything, that the choreography had to be perfect. So it was really fun just to have the broom dancing and then like trilling and, sweeping the floor and doing all these things. It was really fun. It was hard because, the time constraints,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to have your headphones and like, okay, I think there's a beat right here. So it probably lands right here. So yeah, that was really fun.
So were you looking at Fantasia's reference?
I think I looked at everything. Everything that moved, I was like, oh yeah, that's... They also shot broom reference. If I'm not mistaken, they had videos of like people moving
sweeping
the
brooms.
broom. Yeah. And this is how the broom is going to move in here. It's like around. It was pretty fun. Yeah, there's a few, but it was mostly Marvel movies.
What were some of the other Marvel movies? Captain Marvel?
Miss Marvel.
Oh, Miss Marvel.
I was on Miss Marvel for almost 2 years. And that one was a very unique experience for me because it was during COVID. So we were all working remotely. But they never stopped production. The only thing they did was lowering the headcount and then bringing it back up. But somehow I managed to always stay on the project. So I got to experience a lot of stuff that, as an artist, you don't usually get to explore, like being on calls with the directors, being on calls with the producers, the visual effects supervisors. And it was fun because sometimes they had scripts. Sometimes they only had, a scene description. Sometimes they had storyboards. And there was a time when they had a car chase, but the only thing that we got was a video of the directors playing with Hot Wheels. And so it's like, it's a cell phone video. So they're shooting it from like somewhere over here.
Yeah.
You don't get to see the whole thing, but the directors are just playing, like you said, playing with your figures.
The toys, yeah.
These guys were just having so much fun moving the cars around. And then it's like, do this. You're like, okay, let's see how this works.
Sure, I'll do exactly that.
Yeah, this is very clear. So yeah, that was Miss Marvel was really fun, and it was also I got a chance to influence a lot of the shots. Well, I mean, not just me, but our team.
Yeah,
to influence a lot of the shots, the endings of episodes, because it was an episodic, so every episode had to have a cliffhanger.
Right.
And what is the best cliffhanger that we can do? And a lot of the TV schedules are pretty nuts. That like I said, it was COVID. It is a TV schedule, and sometimes they have things to go off, but most of the time it was just like, maybe you could do this.
Right.
So a lot of it fall into the Previs department, and it was really fun to just come up with ideas. And how does the power look? I don't know. I got a chance to design the look of the hard light because they had no idea, and they said that it couldn't be any color that Marvel has used for other powers.
Okay.
But at this time, like, they've used everything in the spectrum.
Yeah.
So like, what other color do you have?
Yeah.
So it was like a purpley blue with greens, like prismatic type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went through so many iterations because at some point we had a green and they were like, no, it's Hulk. We had red. No, it's Wanda. It's just like so many colors. Like, there's no colors
covered.
left.
Blue is Iron Man.
Yeah. So that was fun. And also, like, it's light. So is it hard? Like, can you get punched by it? Can you step on it? Because Ms. Marvel steps on it. Can she embiggen it? Can she make it smaller? Like, how does that look? So that was very unique to my previous experience.
Wow.
That I got to influence on that.
That's awesome.
It was pretty fun.
It's cool when you get to really be a part of that process where you get to be creative and try to come up with ideas. That's like, I feel like that's like the best versions of our job is when we get to do that type of stuff, come up with ideas and be like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that?
And just present ideas and see, like, because the nature of Previs is being rough.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be completely polished.
Right.
So you get to show them options. Like it could be this or it could be this. And then if they choose, ideally, if they choose, you can just polish this version, which is pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, it was very surprising, interestingly though, to be like working on a Marvel movie and be like, this scene's not figured out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
You're asking
are you Marvel?
You're asking us to help figure it out. Okay, yeah, we'll help. That's
There was one time where it's the character of Elan. No, what's her name? I forget the name of the actress, but Miss Marvel goes to the rooftop of her friend's apartment with him, and this scene description is just like a montage. So they wanted to do a montage where she learns how to do or how to utilize her powers, and that was it. So I mean, just by that, the possibilities are endless. You can do anything, and I think at some point they timed it to the Rocky song. And we're like, no, we don't. Let's not do that. But so they're teenagers, so they're going into the roof. And I was like thinking, if I was a teenager, that obviously I've been on this roof so many times with my friend, what can I bring? Like, I wouldn't go just empty-handed. So then I decided that they would have like blueprints and like a book and snacks on a box. So then he comes in, puts the box down and starts kicking it in or whatever. And they settle, right? And then at some point, she's talking. He grabs the bag of chips and starts eating the chips. But again, nobody said add chips or anything. It's just me. Like I would just bring chips because, like, you know, it's a snack.
Yeah,
you get hungry. So then they like the idea, and my supervisor comes in. It's like they're having a meeting, a discussion about what type of snack it should be. If it's a Cheeto, if it's Doritos, if it's like, I'm like, seriously? Like Marvel is trying to figure that out. I don't remember what they settled in, but she said the meeting was like an hour long. I was just trying to figure out what snack it should be. I'm like, sorry, I put you through this. Yeah.
You really made an impact.
That's the biggest contribution to filmmaking. Yeah.
That's so much fun though, that they're literally taking time.
Yeah. They really nailed it on the chips. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pretty fun. Like I said, it's the fact that you get to have that much influence on something. Like, it's just great.
Yeah.
I always try to hide hidden Mickeys on shots. Obviously, I always get caught because, you know, you can't have a Mickey on like Marvel or whatever. But I always try to hide stuff. There was a time when I was working on the Spider-Man series for Marvel, the animated one, and there's a shot where Peter opens the menu, and the camera just goes down the list of all the dishes that they sell at the restaurant. But the idea was to show like how expensive they were. But I framed it so that you could see like the names of the restaurant or the dishes. And every name was like one of our artists or the producers or the directors, but like a la orange or like breaded this or like something burger, you know, like grill, whatever. And they didn't call it out. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I guess they're going to go for it. I don't know. And at like several months went by, and I told my supervisor, like, did you ever look at the list?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I didn't read it, like whatever. And it was like his name with like extra sauce or whatever it's called. They caught it, but I was like, oh man, that would have been.
You're like, it made it really far, without anybody reading. I was
about to like, should I say something? Like maybe legal should say something.
You're like, it's the Vega burger. Like,
Hopefully one time I'll get it.
Eventually you will. Yeah. Well, hidden Mickeys are kind of your trade now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Because now you've kind of jumped around to different places. You were at Third Floor. You were at DreamWorks.
I was at DreamWorks. Yeah, where we met.
Where we met. Yeah. And now you're at Walt Disney Imagineering.
I'm at Imagineering, so I guess I don't have to hide my Mickeys anymore.
It's part of the job.
Part of it.
They pay you to hide the Mickeys.
Yeah. I guess I didn't use any hidden Mickeys on Dogman. I don't think so. I think I was very respectful of that.
Well, that would be very.
That would have been
been bad.
Yeah.
On a DreamWorks movie, put a hidden Mickey in there.
I didn't do any of them.
You're like, I swear I didn't do any of them.
Don't go frame by frame.
So how has it been working at Imagineering?
it's a really fun. It's a to me it's a dream job.
Yeah.
It's a great place. Just all the people that work there are very knowledgeable of what they do.
Yeah.
So just being like surrounded by them, I feel like I'm getting smarter and smarter and smarter, just like by osmosis or something.
Engineers and
yeah, there's like
artists.
The funny thing about Imagineering is that you have to show your work. Like if you have a meeting and you're explaining what you're doing, which you don't get to do in Previs that much because you just send the shot and someone will see it. But here you're like showing it to engineers, people that doing robots, like architects, landscape designers. And there's this little animator like, hey, so this is my work. I moved this guy here. So that's a thing that I like and that I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
Adjust to it, to just present my work in front of like, people that actually know what they're talking about.
Right. And you're going, will this animation break everything?
Will this work?
How about
people throw up in this?
Right. Yeah. Will people throw up on the design that I made?
It's like, can you do this? So no, it's fun. It's a dream job. Like I said, I think if I wasn't an animator, I would have been an architect. My mom is an architect, so she always she would always critique my drawings. She would always be like, check proportions or do this, do that. And I was always surrounded by like drawing materials at home. So I think it was a big influence. And my dad is a civil engineer. I always try to explain to my parents what I do. Mm-hmm. And there's not like a tangible thing that they can get an idea of what it is.
Yeah.
But at Imagineering, where we're actually building things, they get a better idea of what things are.
Yeah. Because in animation, where we can do anything that we want to, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and my mom still thinks that I color my work like a pencil on paper.
Right.
But here in Imagineering, I think they understand a little better what is it that I do.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see how, like, I think my dad thinks I made it.
Right.
Because he can like actually understand what it is.
Yeah, they can relate to it.
Yeah, they can relate to.
Yeah.
And like I said, just when I was little, they would bring me to the construction sites whenever they were building something, or my mom would be making a blueprint and going to. She also had her construction sites aside from my dad, but it was like you could see the difference between an architect and an engineer, how they both think different.
Yeah,
how they approach what they do, which the end goal is the same, but how to approach it's different. And now that I'm on this side working with architects and with engineers and mechanics and all these very knowledgeable people, very smart people, it's like, okay, how do I navigate this as an animator who, just wants to do cartoons,
right?
So who wants to do Previs?
And it's so cool. It's so full circle that you're like getting to work in a job that basically is like a combination of what your parents do. It's the technical, the artistic.
Yeah. It's like bridging those two worlds, which is interesting and trying to see.
Yeah.
I do miss doing movies.
Yes.
There's another aspect about movie making that I think is the storytelling format that movies do that I miss. But this has storytelling too. It's just in a different way.
Right. In movies, you're looking through a camera and it's all about composition.
Yeah.
And you're choosing the composition of a camera.
Right.
As opposed to this, you're choosing where things are in a set.
And everyone can look anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is the interesting part of the job, is like figuring out what your composition is, what you want people to see, what you don't want them to see.
Right.
And there's like no cheating. What it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because, there's like HVAC systems, or like there's I don't know, a speaker there.
Right. Yeah.
Lights or something. So how do you hide it? How do you figure it out to make sure that people look at what you want it to look?
Yeah, that's so interesting to me. The idea of like it being a building that has like an air conditioning, or it has an HVAC system.
How to do like all these little things. I think the fact that I work on post-vis, which is a lot of cheating on the way.
Yeah.
Like the Black Widow thing with the explosion on top.
Right.
That kind of helped because you can put like something to hide the speaker.
Right,
It's
yeah.
just like, okay, don't look at this, but there's a speaker.
Yeah, it's literally like sleight of hand magic. It's like, look at this thing. Look at this thing.
Yeah, it's
Don't
like,
look back
at this.
here.
It's like, and people look at everywhere. I don't know about you, but when I'm on a ride,
Yeah.
I'm like looking at like this. While Maritza is like looking at the thing, I'm like, oh, what is this? I actually heard someone said that's how you know someone can be an Imagineer. When they're like, oh yeah, let's look at this.
I was gonna say we're an Imagineer's worst nightmare because I do the same thing. I'm always like, wow, I've never
look at
seen
this.
this.
Like,
That's
how tall
cool.
are these ceilings? Okay, now that I go and I ride Mickey and Minnie's,
Yeah.
I'm like, how tall is this ceiling? Wow, that is really like there's a catwalk right there. Oh yeah. I'm like, you should be looking at Mickey.
They need to get there to get to the lights. And yeah.
Because now I know they're there. Like,
Right.
I pay attention to these things that before I was like, I
Yeah.
don't care.
And it's fun. It's fun too when they have like Easter eggs, like in Mickey's or in the Winnie the Pooh ride in Disneyland.
Oh yeah.
There's one point where you look up and there's the heads from
From
Country
the
Bear,
Country Bear, yeah.
Jamboree
Yeah.
that are still there. So you're going underneath, and every room I go in, I'm like, is it this one? Oh no, it's not. Is it this one?
Have you been to Tiana's? Oh, you have
Yeah,
been to Tiana's.
Tiana's Bayou.
That one is actually really fun too. I really like what they did and all the
Yeah, it's really
all the
well
little
done.
things. Yeah, it's like a salute to all nations, but mostly America. It's like I love theme parks, but especially Disney.
Salute to all theme parks, but mostly Disneyland.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's fun. It's a challenging job, but
Do you have a favorite theme park
Disneyland.
of the Disney parks? Disneyland.
Disneyland. Yeah, I think you have it all in there. It's like you get all the ingredients and the nutrients just in Disneyland.
It's also the classic. It's the one that
Yeah,
Walt was
although
there.
I like seeing the faces of like people that come from Florida and seeing the Disneyland castle for the first time. It's like, oh, you're like, but this is the original. You don't get that.
I had that exact same
You're like, oh,
experience.
is that it? Like,
The first time I walked in, when you turn around the corner, da 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 da.
it's like the needle being taken out of the.
Because you're looking up, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, there it is. But
Yeah.
you go and you see it in person. It's beautifully made, and it's the original.
Yeah, I think it's one like once you learn about the history of the park itself,
Yes.
then you appreciate it a little
Yeah,
different.
much more.
But yeah, it is like seeing the people, and you can totally tell. Like if you're in Main Street, you
Yeah.
can tell who comes from Orlando because they're like, oh,
They're framing too high in their photos. Just the castles down at the bottom.
yeah. What about you? You have a favorite park?
I always say that it's Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah,
It always was when I was a kid because we would go there and it was like the idea of film, Hollywood. It used to be MGM Studios.
Yeah.
I grew up with Disney's MGM Studios.
yeah. Same. I still call it MGM.
I still call it MGM
yeah.
also. But yeah, between the Indiana Jones ride, the sci-fi drive-in, the restaurant,
The restaurant, yeah.
oh, so good, and then Fantasmic at the end of the night was always like
But I
otherworldly.
mean, Fantasmic here is so much better.
Oh, it's
Oh,
debatable.
Come on. No,
it's
no, not
debatable.
That is better here.
I don't know.
The only downside here is that it happens in the middle of the park.
Yeah,
But now with
Yeah.
Star Wars, with Galaxy's Edge, you can
Right.
just go around.
that's true.
So it's better.
No shade to Fantasmic in Disneyland. I do think that the one at Disney World is better. Here's my reason.
Okay, they have more characters.
They have more characters. They have an actual
Yeah.
stage, the Hollywood Hills
Yeah.
amphitheater, that is set aside for Fantasmic.
But I think that's the best part of Disneyland, that it's like you're surrounded by Big Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Pirates is right behind you.
I think there is no full correct answer one way or the other, but
Yeah.
I do stand by it because also then you also have when you're there, like there's people do the wave before the
yeah,
show,
okay, yeah,
like you
yeah.
have this like camaraderie of the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
around
yeah.
you, and
I can
people are
see
doing
that
the
better.
wave, but then also my big thing is at the end, Mickey is on a mountain as the fireworks go off. He's not
that doesn't make
standing on the
sense.
roof of a shed,
Yeah.
which to me is just anticlimactic. And in the new version of it, he like gets up on top of the shed earlier in the show, so it kind of to me like ruins the reveal of him.
Well,
at
he
the
always
end.
he always went up at the top of the shed, and then there's like a fireworks that go
Yeah.
off, and then he appears, and he goes
Right.
like, what is it called?
Some imagination, huh?
Yeah.
Ba-bum.
So that to me, like the fact that he goes there. I mean, it's not that high. I mean, obviously, but
Sure.
it's like, okay, Disneyland. It's like right here, but he comes here like to your eye level.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, that's so cool, and you're so close too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and at the Disney World one, he's on top of he teleports so quickly because he's Steamboat Willie.
Oh yeah.
He's on the ship.
Oh, that's true.
An
Yeah,
explosion goes off there. He disappears. It explodes on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And then he comes out as Sorcerer Mickey.
Yeah.
And then does the fireworks show. Boof, he explodes. Boof, he's on the ground here. Some imagination. Huh?
Yeah. I'm going to have to make a poll at work.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what Imagineers think.
I don't know. Didn't they just brought the dragon back to here?
Did they?
Yeah, I think they
don't
did.
know. The last time I saw it, she was not back yet. But
yeah, she caught on fire.
She caught fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oops, sorry. I didn't do it.
that was a sad one.
Yeah, that's. It was also like did you ever see the video of the dragon on the parade at Magic Kingdom?
In Magic Kingdom, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah, Maleficent hasn't had good luck.
No. Well, that's what happens when you're evil. I mean, it's just that's it.
No one mourns
burn.
the wicked.
Yeah.
It just so happens to be the two things that shoot fire that have lit on fire.
I think the one in Paris is still alive, like the original one.
Yeah.
They still have the original for their parade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one's
same.
there.
Yeah.
And then in Disney World, that puppet or whatever that they have of Maleficent, that one is fine too.
Yeah, that one
it.
survived. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, Hollywood Studios is pretty good.
Hollywood Studios, Disney MGM Studios.
And you know what? My appreciation went up as an adult for Epcot.
Yes.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
No drinking. The park itself is just really fun.
Drinking around the world?
Drinking
What's that?
around,
Who said that? What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's the best park. If you have someone who's it's not that they're not a Disney fan, but they don't know all of the Disney things. Epcot is an in for everybody. Yeah. It's like, do you like culture and people? Yeah. That's what Epcot is.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
yeah.
You know,
do you like people?
do you like people? Innovation, culture, food.
And they have like really good attractions.
They really do. What's your favorite ride at Epcot?
Test Track.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Test Track. It's so good.
Soarin' was always my go-to.
But see, to me, Soaring, it's a California Adventure attraction.
Sure, but the funny part was, growing up, going to that one, it was Soarin' over California. Yeah. So to as a kid on the East Coast watching that, going, oh, this is... Look, California. I just had all these images of what California was between Soarin' over California and MGM Studios. Yeah. I was like, this is my dream place. And then I moved here. I'm like, oh, it's very different.
Hollywood's all clean.
Hollywood is gross. You don't want to go to real Hollywood. Stay away from Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's an idealized version of Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It's like the movie set version of Hollywood Boulevard.
Did you ever go to the Universal Studios?
Yeah,
in Florida.
In Orlando? I did. Yeah. And I was walking around and I was like, when's the parade? And they were like, there isn't one. When are the fireworks? They're like, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that Spider-Man ride?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's on the other park too? Yeah.
Right.
Although that park is actually really good.
The Islands of Adventure? Yeah.
I do like that one.
It was definitely like the roller coaster, older kids park, you know, which was cool.
Yeah, I should go. I haven't been there.
I want to go back now for Epic Universe.
Oh, yeah.
Because now they have the whole How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, of all the lands that they have, that one and Monsters.
The Monsters looks fun too. Yeah.
The How to Train Your Dragon, it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did DreamWorks work on it?
They pulled a lot of the work from DreamWorks, from like the archives of the Dragons films, and they straight up matched. That's incredible. They physically built all these things that were designed by our production designers at DreamWorks, and it's really cool. I saw the director Dean DeBlois went to see it, and he was just like, it's literally our artwork just transformed into reality.
It does feel like it's very immersive, like they really transport you into the world and you're there. That's what I like about theme parks. They just drop you in the middle and
Me
boom,
too.
you're there.
That's what Disney does best a lot of times.
Yeah.
They make you feel like when you're in one section of the park, that's where you are. You're only there,
Yeah.
and you can't even see the other sections of the park.
Yeah.
You know,
Sidelines important.
Sight lines.
Yeah.
And that's probably something that you have to be like hyper aware of.
I just learned that word. So it's things that you have to learn.
Yeah. You knew what it was.
No, I
but
knew what
now
it was,
there's
yeah.
the word. But yeah. But now with your job, you're probably having to do that. Even within the ride, it's that same thing of hiding the vents, hiding the whatever.
Or even hiding from other vehicles too. So,
Oh, right. Not seeing the other vehicle.
yeah, other vehicles.
You know how long it's taken me to connect the dots that on Rise of the Resistance, when you're seeing those cars at the very beginning, you see a car driving past you and you kind of go around them.
Yeah.
And it's like a little droid like looking at you going like, boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, oh, they're loading for the next passengers. That, duh. I was just like, oh, this is cute. Like you come in, you see this.
Hey, there's an extra one.
They're like telling us like, you don't want to go that way. You know?
Yeah, that's the aspect of storytelling and Imagineering that I like.
Yeah.
There's like very subtle, that you kind of have to discover in a way.
Right.
But in movies, you are spoon-fed that. So it's the same storytelling, it's just different ways of telling it.
Yeah.
Which I like.
It is. And it's funny because the process is the same or similar.
Yeah.
And then, well, it's not the same, but it's similar where you're just throwing ideas at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
But in movies, you have to get it very like,
Yeah.
okay,
like,
this is what we mean.
Yeah, this is what we want to tell you.
Yeah.
This is. Well, you did work on the Zootopia, right?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked on the Zootopia Hot Pursuit, I think it's called.
You need to go.
I really want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go see it.
I've heard that actually that land, it's like amazing.
Yeah, all the artwork that they showed us ahead of time, like when we were working on it, was just so beautiful.
And the details, like the attention to details.
Yeah.
Like, they have these gigantic popsicles too.
Yeah, the popsicles, right? Yeah. Above one of the buildings, there's like the train station you can see there, and there's like a window.
Oh, yeah.
And all you see are these, I think they change it out quite a bit, but, you know, originally it was just like these animals getting off of the train. It's just a subway station, but you're looking through the glass, you
That's
know, and you just
cool.
see them, and then you see like the little gerbils in their little door at the bottom, like leaving. Yeah. And I got to do that. I got to like do previs for that and like do this big loop
Nice.
of the train coming in, them getting off, train going away, and doing it again.
Did you ever interact with Imagineering for that?
I did. I got to work with Roger Gould over at Imagineering, and he's awesome. So cool. And he was a former Disney person. He worked on or not former Disney, former Disney animation
animator,
person. He worked on Hercules.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, he directed it, and then it was cool because I got to do previs in the way that we do in movies, where there's this whole sequence where Nick and Judy are on a snowmobile, and Bellwether is chasing them.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, okay, we have the A and the B of it. By the end of this shot, they need to get through the tunnel to the next area of Zootopia. But they need to somehow get Bellwether and her henchmen off of their trail somewhere here. So like figure it out.
So it was pretty free to do.
It was very like free form,
too,
which was very cool. They had ideas, but they were like, just play with it, see what you can get.
Yeah.
And so I think I had come up with an idea of it's like Bellwether trying to like ram them. So they kept, or actually it was maybe one of the rams was trying to ram them. And then they dodge out of the way, and that he goes after them, and he goes off of a ramp, and they like flip over. Cool. And so then that's how they get lost. But it was this fun like game of figuring out which snowmobile, which snowmobile would go where at what point. And it was also like them like going on the brake and like falling backwards, and they kept going forward. So it was fun.
That sounds really fun, actually.
It was cool. And it was cool to like pitch that, Roger.
To defend your idea.
To defend my idea.
Like, people that are like, nah.
and he was just like, that's awesome. I really like that. I was like, sweet. So
now you have to go see it.
I really want to go see it.
Yeah.
I really want to go see it.
Yeah, here Shanghai is actually a really cool park.
Yeah. I just went to Tokyo Disney Sea.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How was it? Did you go to Fantasy Springs?
We did.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. Because that's another area that I got in to Imagineering, and they had just opened. So my coworkers and all the other teams were like celebrating it.
Right.
So
They
I
all
had to
worked
catch up
on
a little
it.
bit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you guys celebrating for? But that Peter Pan ride, it's just like
It's
And actually, I was working with the producer on Peter Pan. He's a producer on this other project, but he comes from animation.
oh really?
And he was telling me all these crazy stories about working on The Lion King when Florida was doing some stuff.
Yeah.
And they were trying to work remote, but it was like through phone lines, like, hey, do you have do you have the thing? It's like, no. And packaging like sets of drawings, shipping them back and
Right.
forth. It was-
Physical drawings.
Yeah,
It's, yeah, you're not
like
on
the
the
stories-
computer doing that.
Well,
yeah.
he's on he was on the digital department,
Yeah.
which at the time was brand new. Like it was, they hadn't done any like major CG at the time.
Right.
And just listening to his stories, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Like I'm impressed at the amount of people that come from animation that work in Imagineering.
Well, originally that's what
That's
the
how it started.
Imagineers came from
Yeah.
animation. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Walt being like, "You busy?
Can you draw? Yeah, okay, you're
Come
doing
over
this.
here." Like I've never built anything before.
Yeah, it's
that
like,
doesn't matter as much.
We'll figure it out. And I think that's the thing I like about Imagineering is the figuring out. Because a lot of times they would come to me and be like, hey, we need this, this, and that. I'm like 50% of the time, I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So it's that essence of, you can try new things and learn and
Yeah.
fail and try up again. So it's that thing that I like about Imagineering. It's very like, let's see what you can come up with, and if you have time, keep plussing it.
Yeah.
Plussing it is a big thing at Disney.
It's so cool that they allow you the room to learn.
Yeah.
In a lot of jobs, things are
Yeah.
just expected
Yeah,
of you right
to learn.
away, and it feels like that. It is that too, but that push is actually what makes you learn
Yeah.
quickly. It's magic in the
It's-
same way that 2D animation is.
Yeah,
like,
it's just impressive. Yeah.
be done in a year. That'll be.
I mean, I thought that making movies was hard.
Do you ever think you want to work on animated films again at some point?
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to work at Disney Animation.
There's good people over at
Yeah.
Disney Animation. Good.
Oh, that sounds
It's
like
the
an
same
awesome-
people. It's the same people in all the different buildings. It's like
Yeah.
you're at Imagineering, but we work together at DreamWorks. I work with
Yeah.
some people at DreamWorks, so I worked with the Disney.
I know
It's-
the industry is so small.
yeah,
Like you end up meeting everyone.
yeah.
I always think that you can't sneeze without everyone knowing. It's like, yeah, you run into the same people all the time. Even in the freelance world, like when I was working on commercials, you would run into people that you work with other studios, and then they working on this studio, and it's freelancing. So it's fun. It's a tight community.
It is. And freelancing is nice because you're bouncing around and
You'll learn a lot.
you're learning
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
It's like going to a new school every
Yeah.
time you do it, where you're
Trying to
like,
fit in and
where do
like-
I fit in?
Yeah.
What's the?
Can I sit with you guys?
I mean, but actually, at lunch, like, can I
Yeah.
sit with you guys? I don't know. I know, like, one of you you said hi to me this morning, but it's like uncomfortable, but there is a nice part about being at a studio for a
Yeah.
while where you're like, oh, okay, I have friends.
Yeah, and like the learning exposure, it's just amazing when you freelance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like being a part of a team.
Yes.
Like we're working on Dogman, and it was like our team
Yeah.
making this movie.
Yeah.
When I was in Marvel, it was our team making this movie.
And it was so much fun on Dogman.
Yeah.
Dogman was like
Oh.
such a great team.
I judge every DreamWorks production or every movie production I ever won based on Dogman.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the shots I have was Officer Knight with the hot dog driving.
Yeah.
But he gets distracted because he's putting in mustard. And Dogman is like, what? Because the car is going everywhere. Like, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
Or like your shot with the...
Oh, the wires, at
Wires?
the beginning,
And
yeah.
he's like,
with the bomb, yeah. It's red. Red is a yellow is a color.
Are the dogs
Green.
colorblind?
Yeah. He's going "Arr," like hit the blue one.
Yeah. So yeah, that was just a really fun
Yeah.
project.
We miss you a lot over at DreamWorks, but we know we'll all work together again at some point.
Yeah, we'll just go around
Yes.
studios.
So I mean, you've gotten to do all different kinds of jobs throughout your career.
Yeah.
But now you've kind of landed on this job that kind of combines a few of the things that you've learned throughout.
Yeah, I've been very lucky, I guess, to work on what we do. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you like working on this industry?
Yeah, we get to make these movies or work on rides or anything like this where
Yeah.
that movie is their favorite movie now, or that ride is their
Yeah.
favorite ride at the parks, or
Yeah.
and that's so cool to
Yeah.
like be a part of that, to be a part of bringing that joy to people.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part of it is getting to meet people like you who we have so much in common.
Yeah.
And we've only known each other for a few years technically, but
Yeah.
I consider us friends. I consider a lot of the people that we work with friends,
Yeah.
which I don't know if everybody in every industry can do that.
To your point, like considering everyone friend is because you're all working on this thing, like trying to get it to work
Yeah.
with the constraints that, you know, the system has or whatever. And it bonds you.
It does.
Like, really makes you feel like you spend so much time with your fellow artists.
Yeah.
So-
and you generally have the same things in common.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
like the same movies, you like the same, because
Yeah.
you all ended up in this same place together.
It's funny, like growing up in my hometown in Mexico, like there was nobody I could talk to about Disneyland or Disney movies, right? Just animated movies in general. When I came here and I'm, you know, working in this industry, everyone is like, have you seen this movie? Have you been to here? What do you think of this for many frames? Or whatever. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can talk about this. Like, I know what this is.
You're like my people. I finally found my people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you went to Disneyland?
I do. I still have the ticket too.
Really?
Yeah. My parents kept the ticket. So they gave it to me a couple years ago. And I framed it. So I have my ticket. It was 89. August 89.
That's so
We went to Disney World.
Wow.
So I always tell my dad that it was his fault for taking me to Disney World.
You did this.
Yeah, it was you.
Do you see what shirts I'm wearing all the time?
You can't complain. It was you.
It is our parents. We have to blame our parents and also give them all the credit.
It's also sad to see that ticket because prices were like $23.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, man.
Well, don't even look at the 1955
Oh, my
ones.
God, yeah.
If you want to be real sad, look at those. You're like, with inflation, maybe.
Yeah, it's $23 and we include 2 meals. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Right.
I specifically remember being at Epcot, and it was a trip that I did with my parents, my brother, and my uncles and cousins.
Yeah.
And we were sitting outside of the Germany pavilion, and I'm just eating this Snickers bar. But it was like a Snickers is like a weird thing for us because at the time there wasn't any in Mexico, or it wasn't widely available.
Oh.
So I'm eating my Snickers bars, and it was so sweet that I just ate like a little bit and just tossed it out onto the trash can because I was like, I don't want it. Oh my God, my mom saw it and I was like, we pay for this Snickers bar, you have to finish it. I'm like, it's in the trash can. I was like, okay, we don't buy you anymore. But that was the thing I remember about Epcot. It's not finishing my Snickers bar.
Snickers bar.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, Epcot, it was a lot of like these like dreamlike memories. I remember being a kid, and it's probably because it's stories that like my parents have told me that I remember it a little bit, but they probably told me about it. But there were all these lights that like lit up as you left.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember at the exit of Epcot. There was
like
along
the fountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Along the path.
Yeah.
There were all these like sparkle lights in the concrete.
Yeah.
That would like light up and sparkle, and I would try to like step on them as we would leave, and then you'd step on them and it would go away, and you're like, oh, I put it out as a kid, you know.
Yeah. I remember that floor. Yeah.
And then I did that for years. It was like this. No, it was like it became like
your tradition.
A tradition to do it every time we left. You're like, okay, we got to put out the lights, and then they got rid of it.
Do they still? I was gonna say they don't have them anymore. Right? But those are the memories that I'm like. It sounds cliche, but like. I like seeing kids having fun with like their favorite character or whatever, and those memories are with me, and I hope that someone gets those memories too.
Yeah.
And something that I worked on or something that I did.
Right.
So yeah, I hope so. I used to watch my movies. Like my mom would take me to see Mulan, Lilo and Stitch, like all those movies, and I remember those experiences. So yeah, hopefully some kid goes with their parents and watch this movie and they're like, I love this movie. I think I realized how important it is what we do after I had a kid. Yeah. Like we don't cure diseases and we don't solve the world, but entertaining kids and like giving them memories and stuff. Now that I have my kid, it's like, oh, I see it. And like he sees it, or when there were Dogman posters and the bus is passing by, Dogman. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, it's a different appreciation. So
Yeah. What was it like to watch your son watch Dogman?
by the time Dogman came out,
Yeah.
he was a little older, so he appreciated and he started recognizing the characters because they're easy to recognize and
That's
to
true.
remember the names and all that stuff. So he loved the toys, he loved the shirts, like everything. It was Dogman.
You did so much Petey the cat
Oh my
stuff.
god! Yeah.
So much Petey stuff.
At first, I was like, oh, I kind of want to do Dogman because
Right.
he's like the main guy. But then the more I work on PD, he's like a really funny character. He's like
is.
the fun character to animate, like all the tail and all that stuff.
He's also kind of the real lead of the movie.
Yeah,
Like it's like
yeah.
Dogman is the lead, but like Petey is the one who speaks.
And he's the one that has the biggest arc.
he has the arc. Yeah. Yeah.
So you did a lot of Dogman, right?
I did a lot of Dogman and Chief together.
Chief.
So it was a lot of
Oh.
Dogman and Chief for Dogman doing his own
Why
thing.
licking my face? What is always licking the
Yeah.
inside of my mouth?
I always lick the inside of my
And the
mouth.
sound is like there's my first shot sits on a stool that spins around into the desk, and I need someone like me, and jumps into the stool. So
Yeah.
like the storyboards, it was a more simpler version of that. But then I thought, oh, we should cut to dramatic angles because he goes like,
Oh.
he goes, who acts like me? And I was like, Shakespearean, like, and all the fingers are like acts like me. And I was like, that's really fun. Yeah.
That is so much fun. I didn't realize that was
Yeah,
that you added
yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Just the fact that it was 3 shots, I was like, yeah, it should be 3 different dramatic things, and then the light bulb should come off. That was on the storyboard, but everything else was like, oh, how can I tell this?
Yeah.
Pete did a great job. Pete,
He did. Pete
yeah,
Davidson did a great job as Petey. Yeah.
I remember when I learned about him being cast as the voice, I was like, I don't know about him,
Right.
because I wasn't used to seeing him act. But when I saw the film at the end, I was like, wow, he is such a good actor.
He's great.
Like,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a reason why there's casting directors.
That's true.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
ask me who to cast.
Well, it's funny because you see Pete Davidson on SNL and you see him
Yeah.
through that lens of like, telling jokes, but he's
Yeah.
usually very like kind of
Deadpan.
deadpan,
Yeah.
mild mannered, but like funny,
Yeah.
hilariously funny. But yeah, he brought the
so
the
much.
right energy
Yeah.
to
And
Petey.
Chief was so good.
Chief is great.
Yeah.
I love Lil Rel Howery.
Yeah,
He's so funny.
Like the parachute landing on him. The car is destroyed. Yeah. So good.
So many funny moments. And Peter did a great job as the voice of Dogman.
That's
Right?
crazy, right?
Isn't that funny?
I did a scratch tape for the villains on Jungle Cruise.
Oh.
They're these Spanish conquistadors.
Yeah.
And one day I'm working in this office that they sent us to next to Disney. And they're like, hey, you speak Spanish? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, can you just like a scratch tape for us to just like timing? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I ended up doing it for almost a year.
Wow.
All the villains, there's 4 of them. And I even asked, do you want me to do like Spanish accent? Luckily they said no, because it was horrible. But I ended up doing it, and the edits had my voice on it. So like, it's weird.
That's
Sorry.
so funny.
Just yelling the name and like
You're
this,
right.
Villain name.
Yeah, yelling
Like,
at
I was-
whatever Dwayne the Rock Johnson's
I was
name was.
just challenging my acting chops, but they weren't that great.
I bet they were awesome. They were great for a long time until
They
that
were
one
great for
particular-
temporary voiceover. Yeah.
That was the second The Rock movie that you worked on after Jumanji.
Actually, my first movie was Fast and Furious 3. Oh, wait, he's not in it, is he?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that was my first movie like a million years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that, and how did you, what was your path? I mean, wait, so, what was your path from Mexico to like being in a movie, like working on a movie for the first time?
Well, I came for college.
Right.
After high school in Mexico, I went to college in the US for animation. But I started at Santa Monica College, which is a community college that basically exposes you to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But in that Santa Monica College, they have this entertainment academy,
Mm-hmm.
which focus mostly on animation and film. So you can just
follow that track.
Take that class. But I didn't do that. I took classes there on that academy. Like there was drawing and filmmaking and animation one and like stuff. But I also had like sculpture and, printmaking and all that stuff, like the mathematics and English, all that stuff. After that, I learned about Otis, College of Art and Design, and that's where I transferred to Otis, and I finished all my studio classes.
Right.
At Otis.
At Otis. Wow.
Yeah. After that, when you graduate as an international student, you get a year to with like a special work permit to basically use your skills in the field. And I used that time to like just as freelance as much as possible and try to land the job. And I ended up at Consumer Products, at Disney Consumer Products.
Oh, right.
Where I did toys and packaging and all that stuff. So then at the end of that year, I went back to Santa Monica College just to like supplement education and stuff. And it was at that time that I met, he was an advisor to Santa Monica College, but he was also the owner of Iron Claw, which was the first studio that I worked on. And he offered me an internship. And that's when the whole thing started, just working on commercials and stuff. And then after graduating from those classes, he hired me full time. And that's how
wow. And then you just started off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was quite interesting.
Was it like a culture shock in any way as you had visited a bunch of times, but was it like to really like move here from?
It was, especially because it happened from one day to the other. So even though we were planning the move for a while, like one day you're just packing all your stuff in your hometown, putting it on a van and moving. And the next day, you're in like an apartment that you just rented. Your parents are gone. Your brother is gone. You have no friends. So that was the difficult part. It was like getting used to being alone, completely alone. And the first couple months, it was just like so hard because you don't know anyone.
Right.
And the way Santa Monica College is that you could take classes.
Yeah.
But the people that you make friends with can go on different paths. Some transfer, some decide not to take the next class, whatever that is we're in. So even if you made friends, they would not
they might not be there.
Might be there in a few months. Yeah. So that was hard. Interestingly enough, I ended up working at the International Counseling Center in Santa Monica.
Oh.
And so I became friends with the people at that office, which are all international students. And one day, this girl from Mexico came in, and I opened the door, and I was like, "Hi, welcome to International Counseling." And she goes like, "You're from Mexico?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, I'm from Mexico too." And then we started talking, and now she's my wife.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So that was how we met. But
wow.
It was through Santa Monica College.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny.
It was funny that she immediately knew. I was like, you can ask her, and she was like, "Yeah, you were like your shirt was tucked in, you had like button was all up, and you had that accent." Okay, yeah. Oh, and through Santa Monica College, I met Eric Goldberg because he came in to give a talk.
Yeah.
And when I was still there a student, they asked us to do. Oh no, I was already transferred to Otis. So one of the assignments in one of the classes was interviewing someone in the field that you want to be in. And in my case, I wanted to be 2D, but I was already at Otis. So I went back to Santa Monica and asked if I could, if the dean could ask Eric for me for an interview.
Oh.
And he was like, yeah, I'll just give you his email, his personal email. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try it. So then I wrote this letter and I sent it. Never heard from Eric, like ever. I graduated Otis. And then I get an email one day from Eric. He's like, "Hey, you still need that assignment?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do need that assignment. I still need to do my paper."
Still need to do my paper from 3 years ago.
Yeah, but I still need it. I haven't submitted it. So he was like, "Oh yeah, come to my house." I was like, "Okay, I'll go." So I went to his house, and I just like my wife described me, button up or like my shirt tucked in. I'm like ready to go. And Oh man, he was so grateful. He went through my thesis, which I had already finished, but he went over like, "Oh, you should fix this, this, and that." I'm like, "Yeah, I will.
Wow.
I will.
I
Keep
will.
going.
I
Keep
will.
going. Let me see how you do it." And yeah, he was so grateful, and he invited me a second time to his house just to
Wow.
talk. Yeah, it was fun. It's kind of like you. He had like drawings everywhere, and even the bathroom. Like I remember going to the bathroom, and it's like the dwarfs right there.
Wow.
You're like, wait a minute. It's like, okay.
And that's the real one from
Yeah, you're like, okay.
1930.
Yeah.
You're like, there's a drawing from
Like,
1930. He's a super nice guy. Eric
He's
Goldberg
so nice.
animated the genie in
Yeah.
Aladdin, and that's
Man.
yeah.
I've seen him. I run into him not a lot, but like at least twice ever since, and he always like. I don't think he remembers me physically, but he remembers the character in my thesis. So he's like, "Oh, you're the guy from Timmy Tomo." I'm like, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
His
That's
memory
really,
is just like, whoa.
that's
can't
really
believe it.
impressive. And how cool that you're like, you know my character.
Yes,
you
like-
know my film.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend,
Yeah.
Eric Goldberg.
Eric Goldberg with his Hawaiian shirts
Yes.
with
Yeah.
Disney characters.
His wife makes all those shirts.
What? For
Custom. Yeah.
real? Wow.
Custom makes those shirts.
I had no idea. Maritza, if you're watching.
Yeah, I'm a size large.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Little fun facts.
I've met most of the animators that I wanted to meet.
Really?
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot, but like from the Beauty and the Beast era,
Yeah.
except for Glenn and James.
Okay.
So if you're watching, I'm coming for you.
I would like to meet you.
Yeah, it's like-
let's take that again.
Yeah.
I would like to meet you.
I'm gonna meet you.
It's still very. I'm going to
I'm
meet
gonna
you.
meet you. Yeah, the James Baxter and
Yeah.
Glenn Keane.
And Glenn Keane. I've met Glenn Keane once before, very briefly, at the Annie Awards.
Oh,
And he was
nice.
very friendly, very nice. Every animator, everybody I've met in animation has
It's
been
crazy,
nice.
right?
I've
Like-
never met somebody who was
Yeah.
rude in any way, and also very like connected. Like you
Unapproachable,
talk to them, they're like, oh yeah, they're like
Yeah.
looking you in your eyes and like
Yeah.
you know, having a conversation with you, which
Yeah.
is cool. And yeah, I think part of it is the like they're not known by everyone
Yeah,
in the world.
it's very niche.
Yeah, they're known by the people who know them.
Yeah.
You know.
The similar thing happened with Will Finn. We talked about animation. I showed him my thesis too, and yeah, he was just like another guy that it's just open and willing to.
Yeah.
And his dog and my dog were so similar. They look like each other, and so we really talked about it.
About the
It's like,
dogs.
yeah,
yeah. And his characters were Cogsworth,
Iago.
Iago.
Yeah, and
He always does the sidekicks. He's the sidekick
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
but he's really good at that.
Yeah.
Like Iago, dude, Iago is so good.
Iago's one of the best
yeah.
characters, one of the
he's
best animated characters ever.
Yeah.
Gonna have a heart attack and die from this surprise.
Why am I not surprised? Yeah, no, he's great.
That's so cool though that you had like you met all of these heroes right after.
Here and there, like, well, Mark Hand.
Mark Hen. Yeah.
I chickened out. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
well-
but I run into him at the studio because I visited Disney Animation a few times, and he's seen there again. I see him and I'm like, and then he goes by, he like walks away, and I'm like, okay, now can we back?
I'm picturing you as Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove.
He's just like looking at it.
Do your theme music.
But yeah, I haven't like talked to him directly, but I've seen
Yes.
him. I guess that counts, right?
That counts.
Yeah.
You've seen all your heroes.
He
There.
did sign my Blu-ray. Wait, no, he hasn't signed it. Well, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
You're gonna sign it. Oh, yeah.
Mark,
then
please
he
come
hasn't
on
signed it.
this. That
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
great.
you should come. It's a nice place.
This would be great.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say. One more hour.
I have one more hour of things to say.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. No, thank you. Thank you
it's really
so
fun.
much
Yeah.
for coming up here and
No,
taking the
thank you.
time and sharing about your career and your life. And
Thank you. Appreciate it. And bring me back when you 50 years anniversary of the podcast.
hopefully before then.
Well,
you
yeah,
can
no,
come back
yeah,
before
yeah,
then.
Please
anytime.
do. But yeah, bring me for the 50th anniversary.
Thank you. That's very kind. That'd be nice. We'll
Yeah.
see.
And yeah, if you have Glenn and James, I'll send you my DVD so you can ask them to sign up.
If I have Glenn Keane or James Baxter come by, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you all for watching this episode of Nick's Friends in Film. Please join us next time and meet our next friend. Tell us what your favorite ride at Disney is.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm very curious. And
Or, no, ask them if Fantasmic is better at Disneyland.
which Fantasmic is better? Is it Disneyland or Disney
Disneyland.
World?
Yeah.
Let us know. It's Disney World.
No, it's not.
Thank you guys for
All right.
watching and listening. See you
See
next
ya.
time. Bye.